right. Everybody, I want to get you on the sorted on the thing now.
Speaking of Ginny's salty, man. Ginny's salty.
I tell you, you know, when I sit on this chair, I win. I don't chance nothing on this chair. I win. I play to win. Yeah.
Give them performance.
Right. I tell you, you win. This is a winning chair, brother.
Win what?
You win.
Win what?
Jesus, he was confident.
Win what?
This is about winning.
Right now, immigration just got noticed. Barred entry.
Right, just stop the YouTube, Christopher. No.
Where is it?
Next stage.
Oh God, never mind.
All right.
I just don't know if he win. He win?
No, he didn't win.
It was close.
It wasn't even.
Brother, I give you a winning chair. You win?
Yeah,
win what? Win what? And Trinidad block here? Oh, Trinidad block here coming in?
Speaking of money,
return to sender.
And who has enough money and who don't have enough money? Apparently, the jurors, for those who don't know what a juror is, if you are selected to be as part of the jury in court,
you know,
your stipend is being doubled.
His son used to do it, right? And she always kept telling me, bring something for her to eat. And I always used to wonder why. Because I thought they used to get like...
I didn't know they were giving you anything. I thought
well, here what you get, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a story, I'm reading this from Eyewitness News. The EC $10 stipend jurors receive for lunch and travel on days they hear court matters will be doubled this month.
$10?
Attorney General Louise Mitchell made the announcement on Monday in her first address to the court since taking office in December. Lawyers have been calling for years for the $10 that jurors receive per session to be increased. Mitchell said the matter was brought to her attention recently. Jurors are essential to the justice system. Their decisions reflect community values, protect individual rights, and uphold the principle of democracy, she said during the special sitting of the court to mark the beginning of the law year. While jurors can never be compensated for their hard work and dedication, they can. I mean, let's be honest, they can be. You could choose to compensate them. Don't say they can't be. Their efforts must be recognized. The criminal system depends on their impartiality and fairness in determining guilt or innocence, Mitchell said.
But $10 is just a
so
double.
They've gone from
$10 to $20.
So to $20.
Say something.
Well, this is my point, right? On one hand, you could argue and come out and say, yes, yeah, we doubled it, 100% increase, right? It sounds good, right?
No.
But $20.
That ain't sound good, look.
Is not and
look, what could you buy in town to eat for $20?
Well, you could get lunch for $20, right?
Like what? What?
But remember, it includes travel as well. But my point on this is this smacks to me of politics rather than good policy, right? Because to me, an assessment would have to be done as to what is the average cost of somebody sitting as a juror,
but
right?
If you're saying,
hang on, right? And then it's like saying we double poor relief. Yes, it's good, but if the actual cost of living is $700 rather than $500, it doesn't. It helps, but it doesn't get you where you need to be. And I'm going to say the same for this. With this this reeks to me of politics rather than actually somebody having worked out what is the actual cost. If I'm a construction worker and I get paid by the hour, who is paying me?
Do they call those kind of people to be on the jury?
Well, we're all meant to be. We're meant to be a representation of society, right? So doctors, lawyers, well, maybe not lawyers, radio people, nurses.
You've been called?
I've never been called, no.
Neither me.
Right?
I was.
But my point, though, is that if you want proper representation, $20 is not cutting it for most people.
My point is this. They say $20, it entails passage as well.
Right.
If I live in Georgetown, how much for a van from here to Georgetown?
$14 there and back.
How am I going to buy food out of that?
Right. So that leaves you $6.
Come on!
And this is my point. This is why I say Louise Mitchell is playing politics rather than good policy. Because good policy would say, what is the true cost? Don't tell me you can't compensate a juror, because you can. It's just that you choose not to.
So you're saying what? Maybe the minimum wage?
Well, look, first off, right? If I'm an hourly paid person, that needs to be compensated. Right? If my employer is not going to pay me what, if I'm not there, then that has to be compensated, right?
How does the law work on that?
Basically, is relying on an employer to pay.
Not relying, it requires.
Requires, right? But if I'm hourly paid, there's no building site that's going to pay me if I don't come to work.
Can't you report that?
Maybe you can, but you're still not going to get it. Right? And then on top of that, as Chris says, if you're coming from Georgetown,
that can't work.
That can't work.
We're going to eat quicks.
Want to go to the Georgetown court?
Right? So rather than rushing to kind of win with a nice political slogan, we double jurors stipend, why don't you actually work out what is the average loss of income that somebody is incurring by doing this?
I get your point.
We're too busy looking for a headline which everybody says, oh, well done, Louise. Well done, AG. You know what I mean? Rather than saying, is that really adequate compensation? Yes, $10 clearly wasn't adequate. But 20, I would say, in most cases, is probably not adequate either.
Brother, $10 was a no-no. $20 even worse.
Why
Well,
is it
not
worse?
worse. It can't be worse.
Because if I live in
No, but
Georgia,
it can't be
can't be
worse. It
worse
can't be
than 10.
worse.
well, all
can't be
right, all
worse.
right, okay. But if I'm living, it ain't making no sense. Better leave me at 10.
No.
No,
But what we eat?
No. I'd rather the 20 than the 10.
Than the 10.
I'm not knocking it on that. But all I'm saying though is that you need to actually do the analysis and find out what is somebody actually incurring. What's the average that somebody incurs? You can't ask me to just sit there and I'm losing money. Yes, people are happy to do it. People will do it, right? If that's what the law is. But
Yeah, because most people, I think, get paid. Still, their
their salary,
work.
yeah. If I'm
Somebody
a salaried
says-
person, but if you're working on a building site, you think that contractor going to pay you if you don't work?
Somebody says here, look, a juror is not being paid to be on the jury. It's their civic duty.
Yeah, all right. It's all very well civic duty, but when I can't feed my kids at the end of the day,
I must say civic duty.
I'm on a 1 month trial, and I can't feed my kids. The civic has to step in. The state has to step in, right?
Yeah. Morning. Hello.
No,
Hey.
yes, you hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Here's the deal. Here in the state is $40, and it's like you can't go and tell your boss you want to get paid for the day. It is $40. What $40 do? You got to drive where going. You're missing a whole day of work. And so, to me, I think the whole thing is an inconvenience for people.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Man, I just ain't seen that $20 thing. That's crazy. 10 bad, 20 ain't making no difference. Because if I had to catch a van to go somewhere out the tongue.
Okay, so AI, ask AI who pays jurors. AI says jurors are paid by the court for their service, but the amount varies by location, state, country, right? And the length of the trial, often with higher rates for longer trials. While some employers pay full salary, many don't, and jurors claim for lost wages from the court. Some government employees may have different rules, receiving travel allowances instead of full pay. The payment is a daily allowance for time and travel, not usually a full wage.
Canadians pay $120 per day from the first day of trial.
I cannot be inconvenienced.
US is much lower.
I cannot be yes, but they could claim back apparently for lost wages.
I think in the UK they don't pay. I think.
Right?
What is about the UK?
But I should not be out of pocket at the end of this thing.
Yeah, somebody like saying in the UK you're usually not paid a wage to do it.
Right.
Instead, you can claim allowances to cover loss of earnings.
Right. So if I normally earn $100 a day, I should be able to claim that back from the court.
Exactly.
So I don't think the Attorney General could come out now and look for all the political. Woo, well done.
This one's for
Thank
you.
gosh.
This one's for you.
When in reality, what have you done?
Somebody says now it becomes Louise's problem.
No.
Ralph,
No.
They're going wrong.
That's not what we're saying.
No, they're going wrong there.
hold
No.
on, let me read the person's.
No, I read it just now.
Let me
And
read the
I didn't
person's
bother
comment.
answer.
All right.
No, Ralph,
Let me hear.
this is a fair show, no?
Let me hear.
It's a fair show. Ralph and were there for 25 years and done nothing about it. Don't you think that you should thank you, Louise, for trying?
No.
Do you stop and think
No.
that they still don't know what they have to work with just being in office for over a month? I said that this government is going to get the bad name when they try to correct all of the previous government's problems.
Nah.
No,
I
that's
agree
not
with
the
that.
issue, right? The issue is that if you're going to correct something, correct it properly. Don't just make it not as bad as it was.
And because of that, someone here on the live is saying they were asked to the jury duty and they turned it down. They made up an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by law you're really meant to sit there. Huh?
Yeah, but if you're losing out and you're not getting
Yeah, and
compensation for your
and
time,
that is my point, right? Is that if you're gonna change a policy, right? I'm not in any way blaming the new government for wanting to increase it, but if you're going to increase it, you have to use some metrics to increase it. Just doubling it in itself isn't a solution.
Morning.
I'm not sure every way over these things, but I think what when the last time I did jury duties, right, what I can see is that the stipend is not really like a salary because you're not supposed to affect your salary. So if you're working with a company and you're called to be a juror, you're supposed to get full pay from the company while you're being a juror, right? And then what they give you is something mainly like for lunch or if it's inconvenience you traveling to come to the court. So your salary remains the same. The company is supposed to pay you because it's a civil duty you're doing. It's not like you're coming off the job. All right?
What happens if you're paid by the hour? What happens if you're a barber
Yeah,
and your company not paying you?
Crap, smoking your pipe.
Huh? Or you are the company, yeah.
if you don't cut in, you ain't getting no money.
You ain't getting no money. If I don't drive van, I don't get no money.
Sorry. You call me to do jury duty, I have belly hottings.
I just think on these things, right? If you're going to address it, and I'm not against addressing it, I think it should be addressed. But if you're going to address it where it's an actual solution where you're building inflation, you're building cost of living. So no matter whatever comes next, you've built in a mechanism that could stand the test of time. $10 probably 20 years ago was probably fine.
Nah,
But if you don't build in something which has inflation, etc., into it,
Yeah.
then
Money.
you're not really changing a policy, are you?
Yeah, morning.
Hey, money.
Can you be charged if you be called to
Yeah.
do duty and you go?
And you go, yeah,
So,
they could bench you.
That's why the guy said. That's why the guy said he had to make an excuse.
Yeah, they could send a bench around for you.
so basically, you do make it do and you don't make it do because at the end of the day, I can't leave my work to take and do jury duty and I ain't gonna pay. I'm not like me.
Who's gonna pay you?
I have a job. Who can pay me?
Exactly.
That's $20 they can't cut it for me.
Why not?
I mean, why not?
No, but think about it. $20. All right, let me think about it.
No, we can't.
Exactly.
No, we can't.
You can't. Can't say no, it is not a Louis problem.
So-
It's not that. But like you said,
if you're going to address it,
Address it.
properly.
that's all it is. It's not a Louis problem. Nobody said
give
it's a
us,
Louis
don't give us a
problem.
half-ass solution.
$20. So here's Chris coming from Barley.
Well, you want to go another round?
No. Sad news.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, confirmed reports that the driver of the truck died last night.
Oh jeez.
So that's two.
You're joking.
Listen, man. If we had to go back on that, listen, man. The person who
9:30.
have
Hold it. 9:30.
anyhow. All right, you come. Jesus Christ.